Hello everyone, and welcome to the Miss Canada Globe Productions official YouTube channel. My name is Maya Santana Pilar, and I will be your host for today's topic. Hello everyone. So, are you the next Miss Canada Globe 2020? The journey to the Miss Canada Globe 2020 pageant. So in order to enter the 2020 Miss Canada Globe National Pageant, you must meet the following requirements. So the requirements to be able to enter the Miss Canada Globe 2020 National Pageant are the following. You have to be in the ages of 18 to 26 years of age, and you must be at least 5'6" and over. And then you also have to be a Canadian citizen or a permanent resident of Canada. And the reason why is because if you win Miss Canada Globe or Miss Canadian International or Miss Canadian Multinational or any of the princesses, you are assigned to compete and represent Canada in an international pageant, which requires for the organizer to have the Canadian representative be a Canadian citizen or a permanent resident. You also have to be single and never been married. You must also be in good standing in your community, like a good social member of your community, and that's very important. So no criminal record is allowed. So just to give you a reminder of what is required in order for you to enter the Miss Canada Globe 2020 National Pageant, let me show you some video clips. So we'll talk about the application process of the pageant because that's very important. In order to apply in the pageant, you must send us your name, your age, your height, your email address, and your contact phone number. Once we receive that, please send that information to our email address at recruitment@misscanada.tv. Once we receive your contact information, our recruitment department will be in contact with you to verify your contact information and also ask you some pre-verification questions to see if you're fit to even apply for the national pageant of Miss Canada Globe. Once you have been pre-verified, what happens is that our recruitment department will send you an application as well as the information for the 2020 Miss Canada Globe National Pageant. So once you're given that, you have to check it out, and you are given 24 hours to return or send back the application, together with a $50 application processing fee, which is very important, and that's used to process your application, such as having a staff do an interview for you, as well as printing your application and then do your background check. And then once that's done, our recruitment department will be in contact with you to do a phone interview, and questions will be asked based on the actual application that you have sent to us. Then once that's done, your application form will be reviewed together with your answers with our executive committee. And then they will see if you are a fit to be a candidate for the 2020 Miss Canada Globe National Pageant. Once your application has been reviewed by our executive committee. And if you did not get accepted to be in the national pageant, then you would get a phone call and let you know that you're not accepted as a delegate. And then your application processing fee of $50 will be refunded back to you. If you are accepted as a contestant or a delegate for the 2020 Miss Canada Globe National Pageant, then what happens is that our executive office will send you the welcome letter to formally welcome you as a delegate, and then also the delegates kit, which actually explains everything that you need to know for the actual 2020 national pageant, what you need to prepare for to be a delegate in our competition, as well as what you can expect from our organization as a delegate of the 2020 national pageant. So once you receive those documents together with the welcome letter, you are given 5 days to confirm your participation to the 2020 national pageant. Now, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact our office, and our office staff will be happy to answer any of your questions so that you and our office will be in the same page. And there's a saying that questions and communication is the main key to success. Now, let's talk about the areas of competition of the pageant, because that's very important for all delegates to know and what to prepare for. So in the pageant of the Miss Canada Globe 2020 pageant, you are judged on the following: swimsuit competition, evening gown competition. You are also judged on question and answer, personal interview, then stage interview, advocacy speech, and talent. So I'll show you video clips of the areas of competition and also fun competition as well that has nothing to do with the title requirements. So let's talk about the winner's prizes. What does Miss Canada Globe winner, as well as her royal court, gets for winning the pageant? Miss Canada Globe 2020, Miss Canadian Tourism International 2020, and Miss Canadian Multinational 2020 receives a performance-based cash prize, and that is given at the end of her reign or the completion of her contract. And that's very important because, as I mentioned to you from previous videos, being a title holder is a job, and therefore the job must be completed in order to get rewarded. The winners will also receive different outfits provided by our designers, as well as wardrobes that is going to be modeled to different fashion shows, such as the Toronto Couture Fashion Week and New York Couture Fashion Week. The winners will also be attending high-profile appearances, such as fashion shows, galas, but the most important is to be a spokesperson for different charitable events where our title holders will be there to speak about their causes, because the power of the crown and sash makes a big difference to influence people and make a difference and donate. They will also be part of fundraisers by different charitable institutions. So that's the most important part of being a title holder. Now, let's talk about the international pageants that our Miss Canada Globe 2020 winners and their princesses go to. Miss Canada Globe 2020 will represent Canada at the Miss Globe World Finals 2021 in Europe. She will also represent Canada at the Miss Princess of the World pageant in a cruise by MS Meraviglia. Miss Canadian Tourism International will represent Canada at the Miss Tourism International 2020 pageant in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Miss Canadian Multinational will represent Canada at the Miss Multinational pageant in India. Miss Canada Globe First Princess for 2020 will represent Canada at the Miss Mezzo International pageant in El Salvador. Miss Canada Globe 2020 Second Princess will represent Canada at the Miss Beauty International pageant in the Dominican Republic. Now, let's feature our reigning Miss Canada Globe 2019-2020, Arshdeep Purba. Our reigning Miss Canada Globe 2019-2020, Arshdeep Purba, is from Alberta. And she competed at the Miss Canada Globe 2019 pageant and won the title. She is an aspiring model and actress and is very famous in the Indian Canadian community. Arshdeep Purba, our reigning Miss Canada Globe, will be representing Canada at the Miss Globe 2020 National Pageant, which will be held in the Balkan region of Southern Europe. So we would like to wish Arshdeep Purba a very nice good luck, because we know that you will do so well representing Canada, and hopefully you can bring home the second Miss Globe crown here in Canada. So do you have what it takes to be the next Miss Canada Globe 2020-2021? Then apply now and send your contact information to recruitment@misscanada.tv. Thank you very much for joining.